Hello everybody and welcome to AFRO EPL. Remember I did a preview just yesterday about the Sunderland against Everton, as it's going to be like a perfect clash of African internationals, and boy did it live up to its expectations. If you haven't watched the highlights, go and watch those highlights, but I'm going to cover everything that I can here because I was enthralled. I was intrigued. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of that game, watching these guys go head to head, watching these guys express themselves. I mean, all the African internationals who played for this game were on top form. I can't tell you how impressed that was. I told everyone giving the player of the game yesterday was a risky bit of business that I did, but things turned out in a particular way where I will not have to really revise that particular decision, because of course you would understand by the time we finish. But there were some big bids to topple Ahmad for player of the week during that game, and I would leave it to the comment section for you guys to tell me exactly what your thoughts are, what your feelings are about how African International performed for this particular game. This game ended 1-1, but if you have ever seen a game that was a tale of two halves, this was the game. This was the game. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, Everton came and started like a rocket. They first half, Everton were on top. In fact, I don't know how they ended up just 1-0. But just to tell you the things that we were working with. So we had Reinildo, who was dealing with Iliman Ndiaye. You can imagine that. It was a tussle, it was a battle. And guess who was doubling up with Reinildo sometimes for Iliman Ndiaye? Sadiki was drifting up. That boy Sadiki, he covered every single blade of grass in that field. Now I understand exactly why Sunderland are doing so well, because the partnership between Xhaka and Sadiki is incredible. I'm telling you, that partnership is one of the best in the Premier League right now. Those guys work their socks off. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with that DR Congo brother. Well, Reinildo had a really good game. Iliman Ndiaye at this point in time is unstoppable. That boy, he has one of the quickest legs. He can go left, he can go right. His goal was out of this world. Between four players, between four defenders, four Sunderland defenders. I don't know how he made space. I have no idea till tomorrow how Iliman Ndiaye made space to take that shot. A curling effort to score. He picked up the ball right at the edge and then just drifted through players like they were not there. Like they literally were not even existing. And one feint, two feint, three feint between three players, and curled that ball with a beautiful sumptuous left foot for 1-0. At that point I was saying, oops. You know what? Everton are on fire, because he was doing damage this way. Grealish was doing damage on the other side. First half, Sunderland were under the cosh. And then I do not have a clue. I still have to find out what Regis told these guys at halftime. And Sunderland came from the first, second, and second half. It was like a different team. Xhaka put them in within seconds level, and it was crazy how the game turned. A tale of two halves. Crazy how the game turned. Now let's review some of these players. So let's say Reinildo had a really good game. Really good battles with Iliman Ndiaye. I'll give Reinildo a 7. Sadiki was just exceptional. Powerhouse. He's a horse. He doesn't stop. I'll give Sadiki for this game a 7.5. There was one other person who was playing, Bertrand Traoré. Whoo, that Burkina Faso brother is something else. You know what? I had not really rated him, but yesterday he turned up. Bertrand Traoré turned up. He was unplayable at some points. I mean, you can see how good this guy is. I mean, Bertrand Traoré he completed the most dribbles in the whole game. He was just taking on players. I mean, with the moment he has the ball, he just goes. He just comes to, non-stop. So I'll give Bertrand Traoré a 7.5. For Everton, Guèye just kept ticking. You know, he works so hard, Guèye. Oh my word. I was just like, you know what? Oof, man, that was one of the best games I've watched African internationals play. I was so excited. I was screaming in this house all by myself. For Everton also, Beto came in. He had about 30 minutes. But of course, then Sunderland were literally on top of Everton, looking for the winner. Both teams were looking for the winner. They were going at it like crazy. And you know what? Beto came. He was the outlet. So he was the one, because they were under the cosh. They were just playing it to him. And he would try to hold the ball. He would try to keep the ball. He had a really good game when he came. Defensively, he was also tracking back and supporting the team. And oh my God, I'll give Beto a 7. Iliman Ndiaye. Oh my goodness. This guy, Iliman Ndiaye, he played only 60 minutes. He went off injured. I hope he's fine. I hope it's nothing serious. He went off injured around the 60th minute. But this guy was tearing it. I mean, he was literally on fire. It's like his feet don't touch the ground. That's how he plays. It's crazy how good this guy is. Whew. I was so impressed. I also got it for him that he had to come off with the injury, because I was thinking this to myself. I was like, if this guy plays 90 minutes, if this guy if he even finished the game, there would have been a case for us to review that AFRO EPL Player of the Week for African internationals. There definitely would have been that argument. Yep. Honestly, because he was unstoppable in that first half. He was the reason why Everton had such a good first half. Iliman Ndiaye, oh my God. I just hope he has not injured himself and it's not a long-term thing. He can run it off. Yesterday's game was the pinnacle of Matchday 10. It was beautiful to watch, and I love the fact that my African internationals were there, and the list you could give any of them was a 7. They turned up. They made me proud. They made us proud. It is a thing of beauty watching these guys play. I loved it. Every minute of it. I just had to do this review because I have just been so excited. I couldn't wait. I could not wait to do this video. And I hope everyone could go, first of all, smash like buttons. Tell me your thoughts. For me, man of the match was Iliman Ndiaye for this game. That goal was a 0% XG when he picked up that ball. And it was so feisty. Sadiki picked up a card because the referee was just like, play on, keep playing. And I like that because it just gave the game the fire that it needs. The proper fire that it needs. Beautiful game of football. And I'm so proud of my boys. Our African internationals are making us super, super proud. Anyway, that's all I had for this game. I loved it. I'm waiting for match day 11 to see these boys do their thing again. Tonight we have Champions League games. I'll be looking at exactly which internationals are involved for these Champions League midweek games, and I'll be making a video about that. In the meantime, click the like button, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bye.